All right, let's try this one more time. All right, so we've taken a look at the writer, created a new file, also went ahead and updated an existing file, and also created a new Excel file. It's time for us to look at Impress presentations. All right, it's a good one. So it is not Google Slides, it is not Microsoft PowerPoint, but it is Impress presentation. We'll start with templates again. There are quite a good number of templates, and if you've seen any of my videos, you will probably notice a few templates in here, such as this. So think about it. What video used that template? Now, we can choose any of those templates and jump one from there. But this time around, I want us to open an existing file, which is a PowerPoint file, and start from there. So let's open the file. We're going to jump back into training. And in there, we should be able to see foundations. Am I in the right spot? I think so. Yeah, let's go ahead and try programming fundamentals. Nope, incorrect. Let's try something new. Yep. Getting into IT, that's great. Yes, let's see web dev. So that's going to open up into our LibreOffice Impress, and as you can see, we have 14 slides. 14 slides, and each time I move my mouse, you see this number at the bottom moving. That tells you the exact location of your cursor. All right. Also, you have the properties sidebar is open again, and we can see a bunch of slides that are out there used in one of those presentations earlier. Few things to point out. One thing that we did not mention with the other ones, what I mean is slides for Google and PowerPoint for Microsoft, is the use of notes. So as a presenter, you can use a lot of notes. So again, we're familiar with the file menu, the edit menu, view menu, and so on and so forth. In this view menu, I want us to check out the third option, which says notes. I want to view notes. In that way, you can see that these are notes that you can use during your presentation. Okay, so you can see the notes for each one of those slides. That will help you during your presentation. You can print out your notes and your PowerPoint for your presentation slides. You can also view your normal outline and so on. Another thing I did not mention was the use of master slides. You can create a master slide and copy it over to make work easier for you. All right. And the next thing I did not mention again, or did not demonstrate, was how a slide actually looks. So we can go ahead and present some of these slides. But before we do that, let's carry on with the rest of the menu options. View again, you can view a bunch of all this stuff in here. And you can insert different types of objects. As you can see, a bunch of them have been inserted in here. And you can format contents that's already in there. The slides can be duplicated, deleted, change the layouts, and so on and so forth. You can set the master background, and so on. Okay, you can also update the slide transition. But as you can see in here, all of these slides already have transitions. And once we get to animations, which you can see right here, let me expand this one more time. Animations, you can see on this particular page, page 5, we have many animations in there. So each time I click on it, you can see the animations or the objects that get animated, either by moving from one spot to the other or changing emphasis and so on, will be displayed. So after that, let's go on to format. Again, we don't need to format any content in there. The slides, we already looked at that. Slideshow is the one we didn't look at. So we can start from the first slide to demonstrate what it would look like. Let's go ahead with that. So this is what you get to see in the presentation. All right. You can use your mouse by clicking on there to go to the next slide, the animation per se, or you can use the arrow on your keyboard to move. Alternatively, you can also right click and go to the next slide. So these are all the animations taking place as you get to talk through your presentation. Okay, again, you want to make sure you keep it very simple and straightforward. You don't need your presentation to be crowded. If it is crowded, you're going to lose the attention of your audience. So you need to keep your audience engaged, keep it minimal, interactive, so that life goes on. Just like that, that's how a presentation should work. Okay, so I'm going to escape to get out of that. And that's all it is for presentations. All right, if we need to start from scratch, I can go ahead and head back to my home window. Come on, new window. Oops, I just duplicated it. Never mind. So yeah, we can go back to our home window and create a slide from the templates. So let's go to templates, presentations, and in this case, let's take something flowery. Clicking on that opens the presentation. And that's one that is also having, what should I say, 12 slides per se. So right now there's no content in there. If we try to present it, it's going to look really boring. Okay, so that's the first slide, second slide, third slide, and there are no transitions or animations. Just like we did for the others, we can go ahead and say, hey, for the slides, I'd like to set up transitions. The transition options show up. Do I want a cube transition? It's going to show me an example of that. Do I want diagonal transition? It's going to show me an example of that. You get to choose whichever transition you think meets your needs. That transition can then be applied to one slide. You want it to set up automatically after 1 second, or on the mouse click, you want to apply it to all the slides, and so on and so forth. Okay, so let's apply it to all the slides. Right now you can see right next to the numbers, there is no star except for the one we're just working on. If I click apply to all slides, you would see it's going to appear on each one of them. And that's how you add transitions to your PowerPoint slide. Again, if you need to add animations, you need to first of all add maybe a picture. Okay, so let's go ahead and add a logo. Now that we've added the logo, we can go ahead and add an animation for the logo. Again, clicking on that animation, we get to decide, okay, let's add one. What are we going to add? Is it going to fly in like that? Or do we want it to have a checkered box like that? Or do we want it to have random bars like that? So we can set it up whichever way we prefer. Once it's done, you save it, set up the direction and all the other options, and you're good to go. It shows up on here, so you can right click and say, hey, I need it to start on so and so and so. These are the options at the bottom, and so on and so forth. Just like that, I can move this slide to, say, the second position. And then now I can start my slideshow again from the beginning. It has a transition, has another transition, and the logo shows up. So bit by bit, you can build up your slide or your presentation just like that. Saving it again, very similar to the previous ones. You can save this as an open document format presentation, or you can say PowerPoint 2007 to 365. Give it a suitable name. Let's call it test for lack of a better term. Save it. And we're good to go. Once you're done with that, you can now close that window and it should be great. That's about it for LibreOffice Impress. And we can dive deeper into each one of these if you need. Drop a comment in there if you have any questions. Make sure you like, subscribe to my channel, and it will help YouTube with the algorithm so that more people can find this if you think it's useful to you. All right, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for watching this video. Kindly like and share with others. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos. This is Vitus DK. You already know.